Good afternoon and welcome. Xero Accounting is an accounting software you can use to manage your business. As a small business, it is often tedious using manual bookkeeping and accounting methods to keep track of your income, your expenses, your payments, and every other thing you do in your business. So with Xero Accounting, you can actually create invoices, you can look at your reports, you can do your payroll and everything you need to make your business run smoothly. Now, let me show you how to create your first invoice. If you want to create an invoice, immediately log into Xero. First of all, you see this dashboard here. This dashboard shows you everything, your business at a glance, the business current account, your petty cash, invoices owed to you, bills you need to pay. All these will be discussed later. But for now, if you want to create an invoice is simply a document that you use to record your sales to your customer. For example, if you made a sale to a customer, you have to send him or her an invoice. Once you send that invoice, the customer agrees, the customer okays the invoice, and then you can now issue payment. So now, if you want to create an invoice on Xero, you come here on this dashboard here, you come to business and you click on invoices. Once you click on invoices, the invoices page will show. You will see the invoices page. So now, this is because I've done this before. That's why you're seeing all this. If you're doing this for the first time, this place ought to be empty. So after you've done this, the next thing you should do is you click on new invoice. Before we click on new invoice, you can see here we have all the invoices you've created, irrespective of the status, awaiting. You also have draft invoice, awaiting approval, awaiting payment, paid, and repeating invoice. So for the purpose of this, what you're going to do now is you click on new invoice. Let's see what happens when we click on new invoice. So when you click on new invoice, it takes you to another page. It takes you immediately to the new invoice page. Let's wait and see what happens. So the edition of Xero I'm using, the currency is um, GBP. So depends on the location, depends on your location. Yours might be Australian dollar, it might be US dollar, but it doesn't matter. The basic idea still remains the same. So now on this page, what you have here is the new invoice page. As you can see here, is draft. So now you have to choose the contact. Who are you invoicing to? Which of your customers are you invoicing to? I already have some contacts here, but for the purpose of this illustration, let's say the name of the customer is James Solomon. So when I click now, it says create James Solomon as a new contact. Since we don't have it as a contact, you say create. The issue dates, save. You can add more information on your contact here. That's the contact details, the email, the country, the address. That's not important. We can do all that later. So you just say save and you move on. Now you have the issue date, the due date. When is this supposed to be due? You can say in 7 days. Your Xero gives you an invoice number automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. And then the currency, tax inclusive or exclusive. For now, you can say tax exclusive. So let's just simply say someone bought, let's say, chocolate or chocolate bar. Now, chocolate bar, sorry. The quantity, let's say one. Then the price, how much? Let's say it costs £100. So now on this account, you have to choose a revenue account to record the sales, this particular sales you are making. So I've already created some revenue account here, but in your case, you can just say other revenue. Once you do this, either you approve an email. If you click on approve an email, you approve this invoice and then you email it to the customer. For this purpose, let us say approve and see what happens. Let's wait and see. Taking time, but let's hold on. So now you can see the invoice immediately. You can see the invoice we made. So let's go back to the invoice page and see what happens. Let's go back to the invoice page. On this invoice page now, you can see awaiting payments. We have James Solomon, the invoice we just created. So as you can see, it's quite easy to create an invoice on Xero. So try it out and let me know what you think. Thank you.